Great, thank you. I'd like to bring the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting together this May 13th, 2024. May I please have a roll call?
Yes, David?
Here.
Craig?
Here.
Becky?
Here.
Ross?
Here.
Joyce? Aaron? All's present?
All's present. All right, David.
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provided for us today, Jesus. And Lord, be with our village tonight and all the residents, and be with our mayor and our council, our law enforcement, and our EMTs and fire department, Lord. And Lord, be with our great country tonight. In Jesus' wonderful, wonderful name, amen.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, may I please have a motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting held on April 22nd, 2024?
You have that motion, sir.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you, Ross.
David? Ross? Okay, roll call. David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
All right, we have a fair amount of business before council tonight. The only thing I would like to reflect on is thanking somebody for their service tonight. Old Bessie, our tornado siren, was replaced today. After 39 years of faithful service to this village, Old Bessie came down from that pole and has been retired to the Tornado Siren Hall of Fame. We have replaced Old Bessie with Waylon, so you can call him Old Waylon. And Waylon is a brand-new Vortex R4, and we will hold him to that designation. So Waylon, hopefully we're going to get another 40 years out of you, and if you hear a slightly different sound of tornado siren, that's because it's brand new and it will be a little bit different. We tested it earlier today and it worked great. So hopefully we don't have to use Waylon that much. I hope we don't have to do that. So that's what's going on. A little excitement in the village today. Thank you
Hope
all.
it don't do Lupenbach, Texas.
That's exactly right.
All right.
But there's a lot of, I have noticed that there's a lot of people that question sometimes when it goes off. It goes off on Wednesdays at noon.
Yes.
And that's at the direction of the fire department.
Yes.
I'm sorry, the sheriff's.
Sheriff's, yeah.
So we just want to make sure that at any point there is a call for severe weather, that will go off if it's in the surrounding areas of Madison County. Okay, so
In other words,
it
Courtney,
doesn't
they
have to
even know
be
if it's
right
a
here in Mount
north.
Sterling.
Okay.
If it is in surrounding area, it will go off as an alert and as a safety measure. So a lot of people I do know, why is it going off? Why is it going off?
Exactly.
It is just to alert you, when it goes off like that. Because a lot of people I notice have said stuff about it.
So I hope just everyone has a safe spring and summer is all I can say about that, because we've had a lot of rough weather, and the replacement of the siren is happening at a good time is all I can say about that. So, okay, President Pro Tem report, Joyce.
Thank you. I will reserve my comments for committee.
Okay, great. We do have one public visitor tonight. Would you please come down and state your name?
Me?
Yes, you, madam. Come on down. Come on down. Come on.
I've never had to do this on a microphone before. That's kind of different because I'm normally very loud. My name is Deanna Pettit. I am the owner of Hammer Time Pub. I want to thank the council, absolutely, in the Village of Mount Sterling for being very supportive. I still walk around. I was a girl with a small dream to build this bar and bring good food where people could come. And I think we've reached it. And I'm excited to be here. I love this village. And I just wanted to say, each of you, and I know we got new members on the council, I appreciate every single one of you and your communication. Can I start with that, please? Because I know that I can call any of you and I'm like, I'm feeling a certain kind of way. Can you explain that to me? And you have great, awesome communication. So I appreciate all of you, okay? I guess you wanted me here for Summer Jam, correct?
Yes. Would you talk a little bit about what you have in mind for Summer Jam, and then council will get together on that, and we're going to get you an answer right now.
Awesome. So Summer Jam, we've done it for the last few years. We bought new tents, and we put them up last year. We go into the street. And right now, DeWine has said through 2024, without buying a permit because of COVID, we can do that without the permit. The permit is $750, but will be our last year we can do it without buying the permit. I'll warn you that too, because we might have to sell 50-50 tickets or do something else, but we'll figure it out, guys. So we put up the tent area, we block it off, we manage it. There's certain rules I have to follow, like no underage drinking is the same for the bar. We have to have things posted. We've got the posters come up. I staff it that whole weekend. We get our trash together, and my friend takes it out, Mr. Martin, and we make sure that everything is cleaned up every night. So far, knock on wood, we've not had one issue. Have you been here? You ain't been here? All right, he's not been here. But we've not had one issue. And we do manage it well, just like we would the bar. So I did book 3 bands, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Talking to Becky about what time we need to stop and when they're done. The first band Thursday night is Drive-In 23. They are a bluegrass high-energy band. So it is bluegrass. They play the fiddle. They do all that type of stuff. They're awesome. And then we have Lake Effect on Friday night, which is a very popular band in Madison County. I don't know if anybody's heard of them. So they're coming. And then I booked a headliner this year that I think will bring people to Mount Sterling, and they're called Disordered Silence. They're very well known in Columbus. They have a great following, a little more expensive than I normally pay, but I wanted to bring a headliner to Mount Sterling. I thought we deserve that. So I booked them for Saturday night. I think we're going to have a great time. And the previous years, we will manage it the same way. I'll have it staffed, and we'll take care of everything. Any questions for me?
Well, I'd like to ask council, do you have any thoughts for Deanna? Because it's, by and large, gone off really, really well and has proven to be a super popular attraction. And that's why I'm going to ask you right now to have a motion to allow her to move forward with her beer garden.
I'll give you that motion.
Is there a second, please?
I'll second.
All right, thank you. Shall we do a vote real fast?
And this will only be for, again, for the motion for the public as well. is
Right.
The beer garden during Summer Jam only from
Correct.
June the 13th through the 15th.
Exactly, right.
Correct.
Okay, so I have on deck here Joyce first, David seconded. Roll call. Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
And David.
Yes.
Motion is passed.
Thank you. I
Go-
appreciate
go-
it, guys.
Go
And
kick it. Go
Huh?
kick it. Go kick it. You're
And I
gonna
need
do
that
awesome this
letter.
year. We will take care of it now that it's been approved.
Now it's been approved. I appreciate you. So what I'm talking about is every year, I have to provide a letter to the law enforcement and the Division of Liquor and give notice that the council has approved me to take over that street.
Right.
And that's when I'm talking to Andy. If you've been on the board before, Mercy has done it before with you guys. It's the same thing. And we do notify everybody. Look, I'm transparent. I got nothing to hide. We're going to do it right.
Yep.
Right?
You do a great job.
Thank you, guys.
You do a great job.
I
Thank you for
appreciate
coming
all of
in.
Take
Thank
care,
you for
Deanna.
coming in. If rest of council doesn't disagree, with your permission, I would ask that we do the sheriff's report next, because we do have executive session tonight. We don't want you sitting out here for
We don't-
ever and ever.
Don't want DJ
Would
sitting
that
there,
be
dog.
okay with everyone? Everyone okay with that? Okay. Would you give us a little rundown? How are we looking here, Deputy?
All right. Deputy Parks, Madison County Sheriff's Office. I have a list of events that occurred between April 22nd and May 13th, which is today. A couple of the more major incidents would be we had 1 assault, 1 breaking and entering attempted, 1 domestic violence, 4 juvenile complaints, 1 stolen vehicle, 2 suicide threats. We initiated 19 traffic stops in that time period. And 1 vehicle crash with injury, 1 without, a violation of a court order, and 3 violation of village ordinances.
What were those? Do you happen to know?
I do not know.
Village
That's
ordinance?
probably something that Jack Dill enforced. It seems
Okay.
like a first shift type nature.
You think maybe the tags that were
Those,
delivered?
that's what I was getting ready to say. It's
Yeah.
the tags
We
normally,
had
because he
3.
puts it
Oh,
in the
okay.
research, so.
Gotcha. Yep.
I know while we got the sheriff here, they had a lot of people to the drug take-back program, which is a great program. They get so many stuff, it won't be on the streets if it's in the trash.
Absolutely.
And so they discard it, and that's a good job. Then we had a little bit of excitement last week. We kind of looked right out of a movie with a chase. so-
Right, and
Yeah,
that kind of brought in about a week's worth of gun crimes we don't normally see. Most of you may have heard what happened yesterday. And so since the incident with the pursuit that ended here in the county, seems like we've had an influx of violent crime lately, so we're going to obviously do our best to get rid of that. We're not going to tolerate zero tolerance from our sheriff's office, so.
Well, we back you 100%.
Thank you.
So if there's anything that citizens can do to keep their eyeballs looking out for stuff like this, please let us know, obviously, and obviously report that to the sheriff. Any questions for the deputy tonight? Thoughts, comments?
Be safe.
All right,
Right.
stay safe out there. Thank you very much. All right, we are now in an executive session, so pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22, Section G, subsection 1, is there a motion to adjourn to executive session for the purpose of considering the appointment of a public employee or official of the Village of Mount Sterling?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay?
That was Craig, second was David. Roll call. Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
And Craig.
Yes.
You guys are gonna be entering executive session at 7:11 PM.
Okay, thank you.
I'll open this door up and just let me know
Perfect. I
when
will.
you're ready.
I'll be right back.
And again, for the public's knowledge, the people in the audience, the recorder does stay on, so if there's nothing that you want to speak about or want to say anything, public will hear. Suggestions in silence.
Are you guys all set with me?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Be safe out there.
Will do.
seem hot in here? Can you turn the air or something on, please?
It's on 72.
Yeah, can you turn it down a little bit?
Yeah.
Like 70 maybe?
It's on 70.
Thank you.
See the one right over there? I thought you were done.
take backs.
Courtney,
Yeah,
should I hand that out or should I keep them?
nope,
Don't hand them out?
hand them out. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow or tonight?
In the morning, and then throughout the day off and on. Troubleshoot.
theater ones?
You know she loves these things.
I know, but she's been buying the rolls.
She's buying both.
You want both of them?
I don't care.
Okay.
I didn't see
text them.
rolls either.
They're up underneath the counter.
It's not good for it, but you know what?
Yeah.
You know, gotta do what you gotta do. They cracked down somebody on there and like Dollar General's still open. I was gotta be like, what you tell them they're open? They're running off business. I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah. I let him know. Yeah, there's rolls too.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause she's on a big mound bar, sweet tart kick.
Okay, we should have them, they won't get them until, because they already put the order in Sunday, so they won't get them until
That's
Friday.
fine. Yeah, 'cause I'm like the only one buying them when I see them.
Yeah.
I'll buy like the,
If you want the whole thing, I can get you a whole sleeve of them.
well, how many come in a sleeve?
I don't know. I just texted her. She'll probably let me know tomorrow.
That's fine. So your grandson went? No.
that line, Gordon. I didn't use the one.
Yeah, I think you should have.
Posted this on the report. Did they laugh? They're saying, yeah, they're like,
Between the two of us, it's like a clown.
it's like Laurel Hardy. There's another nice place you don't think it's well. I was so nervous when I walked in there, I was like, this. You don't do this every day. No, not for 40 years.
This will happen when you're choosing your just say the same stuff when you're like, hey, by the way, congratulations, you're promoted. Hey, congratulations, you're
That
promoted.
literally happened. I asked for a raise, she said, you're vice president. I said, does that come with more money? No, but, I didn't give you a position, now I'm looking at it.
How does that work? They approve your raise without the raise?
She gave me a bigger title.
Oh, check that.
I know this one.
I know it's very fast on that day, you can take this job and.
No, that's, Johnny Cage.
I think they broke that, but yeah, I think you're right. He was the original. Well, thank God.
Yeah,
Where are they?
They'll come back and make me have to move over here.
Just tell me, Courtney, we're going to Hammertown, just call us to see who won.
I'll text you guys.
My neighbor's the one who can get it out. Daryl, here, I'll show you pictures.
Yeah, it is. That's what she said.
Yeah.
or glide past that, officer.
Don't use the, you wanna see something swell, I.
I saw you walking up there.
I did, I was walking by.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to leave executive session, please?
You have that motion?
Thank
I'll
you.
second.
Thank you. Joyce and David?
Okay, and it looks like we're exiting at 7:55,
All right,
or, I'm sorry, 7:51.
51.
okay. Would,
Roll call?
yes, go ahead.
All right, David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Okay. And would someone like to make a motion as to filling the seat, please?
I would like to make a motion to recommend Jacob Keever.
Is there a second? Okay, hearing a second, is there another motion?
I'd like to motion Barry Hughes.
Okay, is there a second for Barry?
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Okay, so that was David, Craig. All right, roll call, David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
Okay,
All right,
Barry's it. Thank you.
congratulations, Mr. Hughes.
Congratulations. We will perform the swearing in here in just a little bit. Okay, having completed executive session and all matters before executive session, we move on to department reports. I think we have fairly thin department reports this time, so we've already had sheriff. We do not have anything from the law director, other than work we're doing on our nuisance letters. Zoning and building, I'll come up later, I think, in committee. And so we're at fiscal officer, please.
Okay, so I don't have a lot of feedback. I didn't get a lot of feedback from council or any questions in regards to that. So I'll just move forward with as far as the bank reconciliation for April of 2024. We did have an adjustment for a total of $138.04. Those were checks returned back from the water and sewer department. And again, those are getting corrected as we speak. So if there are no other questions, it's kind of easy here. I know we have a lot of legislation.
We have a lot of legislation, but is there a motion to approve Courtney's?
Yeah, the appropriation status report, the revenue status report, the receipt listing report, the payment listing report, the comparison of budget and appropriated report, the cash summary by fund report, the reader report, and the bank reconciliation for April of 2024.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, that was Craig.
I'll second. Sorry.
I heard two.
We'll do, okay.
Ross? So I have Craig making the first motion, Ross the second, and I'll do roll call. Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Okay, so I will pass these pieces of legislation, or not legislation, documents around for your guys' signatures and for the bank reconciliation.
Thank you.
That was my report.
Wonderful, thank you. Now we're on to committee reports. So Joyce, you're up for finance.
Yes, we met the first Wednesday of this month, and the things that we went over, we're going to be doing a mid-year budget review. I suggested June or July. I think we might be looking more towards July. I think that Courtney has to prepare some things, and Andy is doing some things as well, and I'm still reviewing everything that we had from last year. I talked to Andy about inventorying the surplus items, especially at the service garage. And he said that that was done last fall. I know that that's been a topic of conversation here and there. So it's my understanding that Andy, along with his staff, we'll continue monitoring the surplus items.
That is correct.
So-
We have a lot of, as you can imagine, we have a lot of stuff which has built up over the last decade and a half probably. And Tom Byrne and the team then made pretty good headway at getting the inventory done, and we will do a purge at some point, just like we do with our records. Some of this stuff has to go. We have broken chairs, and we have, stuff left over from old projects all over the place. So it does need to be cleaned out and taken care of.
Okay. The other thing that we discussed at the finance, we have some issues at the park that, and this can be addressed now or at Parks and Rec, it doesn't matter. But we have some general maintenance that's going to need to be done, so we're going to have to look at maybe reappropriating some funds or making sure we get allocations for, 2, 3, 4, it looks like we have about 5 issues at the park we're going to need to address.
Okay.
So I think that's all I have. The next meeting will be, I believe, June 5th at 3:30.
Pleasant Township, David.
Yes, well, we met and we talked about the conditions of some of the township roads. Some may need re-gravelled and tarred this summer. Also, the mowing is going on now, and the weeds are so thick this year, and also there's an issue of ticks this year. It's been really bad, because it's been a wet year and ticks love wet weather, and they paid the bills.
Good deal. Squad, Joyce.
And on squad, we had a couple of full-time employees resign. We were able to go into an executive session, and when we came out of that, we hired one full-time and another one. We did not hire him, and he's already working, but he wanted to go to part-time status. And then we paid the bills, and our next meeting will be the second Wednesday of June at 8 o'clock.
Wonderful. Ross, fire.
I was on vacation at the last meeting. Craig was nice enough to sit in for me, and his notes read that they paid the bills, approved the minutes. They were still waiting on information from Jay Carr about the bunk room. They're 10 calls ahead of last year at this time. Next meeting is May the 30th.
Okay. Water, wastewater, Joyce.
Thank you. Back to my notes here. So we got a report from our water clerk, Misty. She was able to join in the meeting. And just a quick update from her, we have about approximately $5,000 in delinquents that she's dealing with right now. She stays on top of that. I have to shout out kudos to her.
And that fluctuates a little bit up
Yeah,
and
it
up
does
and down.
fluctuate. It's up a little bit from last month, but it's still not what it used to be. So we're grateful for that. She does an excellent job, and we want to thank her. We have 8 new customers, so we've brought in about $1,600 in the new customers that they paid, what, $200, I think it is. We're getting an estimate on replacing lines. That's all I have on that. I don't know if you want to expand on that.
No, we have
A lot of that.
we have line issues in both water distribution as well as sewer, which we're getting estimates on to repair. So a sewer main on Spring Street will be necessary to rip and replace that. It's ancient and needs to be done. And then water lines we've been working on since mid-April.
I want to, thank you for that, Andy. I want to give a shout out to West Jeff. They had the sweeper going, so from what I saw, they were doing a very good job at that, and that was last week. And the hydrants were flushed on April 22nd. I think we found a few issues there. I'm not going to go into detail on all of them. This is something we go through in committee. We had about 7.5 inches of rain within 2 weeks. So we had some basements that had backup water in them, and I believe it was on Rosewood, Cliffview, and John Street, and they've all been addressed as much as they can be, and now we need to figure out the plan going forward, is my understanding. We don't have an update on the water tower, other than the mayor did reach out and get a second opinion from another engineer. They completed their assessment. They agreed with the first engineer that gave us his thoughts on the water tower and how to approach it. Everything is good with both engineers, and it's now ready to go out to bid.
And we have legislation, I'll just add, we have legislation this evening for the village to enter into contract with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineer on the project, because it has been preliminarily approved. This is all Army Corps, this isn't anything village has doing. But the legislation is entirely around accepting of the arrangement to go into construction. So, very pleased to have gotten this far. It's now pushing 2 years at this point, and will be quite some time. So yes, looking forward to moving forward with that, for sure.
Our next meeting will be June 5th at 2:30.
Okay. Streets, Craig.
Yeah, we had a street meeting May the 6th where we talked about the patching, and now the temperature is above 50 degrees, we can start. They'll be doing 56 first at the potholes on there, and then they'll go to the rest of the village. We also talked about purchasing more signs we need at the stop, one-ways and detours. And as Joyce said, the sweeper was in town. They were here for 3 days, and they'll be back this summer, late summer. We also discussed that they'll be spraying for mosquitoes starting June the 17th. They'll do it in July, August, September, October, and it'll be every Wednesday. And we'll soon be starting to paint curbs at the stop signs. And that's all I have, and our next meeting will be June the 7th.
The only thing I would,
9:30.
the only thing I would add to that would be subsequent to that meeting, ODOT did come out to work with us on replacing all the street markings in the downtown corridor. It's no surprise, we sit at the intersection of two state routes, so they have to sign off. And their crew was very kind to come out, and they are good people, had to come from Columbus. Came down, we talked a little bit about traffic, and just so happens it was the same day as when the ODOT paint sprayer was going down each of the roads, each of the major highways, and they got a chance to wave at the crew. So there you go. They are going to come back to us with a list of updates that they would like to see us do in order of applicability, and they thought the project was very, very feasible. We probably are going to be eligible based on a traffic study they're going to do for potentially federal money as well for improvements. So that would be great. They were really, really cool people to work with, and we look forward to having them back as we get the project kicked off. So there you go. There's my update on Florida. Okay, Parks and Recs, Joyce.
Our next meeting is contingent for May 28th at 2:30.
Okey-doke. Record retention, David.
We had a good group working again, and we went through a lot of different papers and different things, and found a few documents was worth keeping. There's a couple there that actually went back a few years, which kind of surprised me, and we got to do that. Got a lot done. We still got a lot to go through, but Courtney's a lot of help, and we get it all done, and we'll meet again the first Friday of the June.
Okay, great. Nuisance abatement, Becky.
Yes, we had a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock. It only, we got all of our updates on our nuisance list. I just want to talk about the cleanup days that we just completed this past weekend. I want to thank again the Church of the Nazarene. They helped all 3 days. A lot of volunteers and equipment out there helping us. The Foundation Church came out and helped. Some other people, Mason Dumpster, Scott McClellan Dumpsters, the Coopers donated mulch. Walker Family Tires did accept tires on a one-time thing this time. The American Legion and the Mount Sterling Chamber of Commerce donated flowers. Darby Creek Nursery donated compost. Sunoco Donuts, Madison Plains. Girls and boys basketball came out and worked several hours at Meadowview, and that was really nice. And there were a lot of personal donations of water and other flowers and gloves and things like that. And we're really grateful for everything, all the volunteers that picked up trash and rubbish and did weeding and planting and spreading of mulch, weed eating, and the list just really goes on and on. I know there were, we removed 3 trailers full of tires from the community. We removed lots and lots of old couches and chairs and siding, and it was a really great feeling. I was helping on all 3 of the days in different ways, but on Sunday when the church came out in full force, there were moms and dads up all the little side streets with their kids picking up trash, and it was just really heartwarming to see everyone working together for the community the way they did. And I am very, very grateful, and for the church's generosity. They invited Jeff and I over for lunch, and it was nice visiting and socializing with the congregation, a very wonderful group of people over there at the Nazarene Church, and they sent us a very nice thank you card, and we really, really appreciate them. So other than that, our next meeting for nuisance will be, sorry, I gotta look at my calendar here. The 10th, June 10th, and that will be at 6:30. June 10th at 6:30 for nuisance. And that's all I have for nuisance.
Okay. Safety, Craig.
We didn't have a meeting, but we'll have them as needed. But I'd like to say, if you see something, say something. If it's that concerning, call the sheriff. And like I say, we'll have them.
We'll have them as necessary. Okay. Planning, Joyce.
We have not met, but we do have a tentative date of May 28th for our next meeting. Please watch the website. The calendar on the website should be confirming that, or if it's changed or canceled or whatever our zoning people decide to do.
Okay. All right. Zoning, Ross.
We have not met either.
Okay. All right. Tree beautification, Becky.
Well, since we last got together, we did attend a celebration this past Thursday. There were, I think, 8 of us that went. Worthington presented a very lovely celebration, and I will tell you that we were one of 3 new villages and cities that became a tree village, a tree city, USA. I believe it was Circleville and Plain City, our neighbors at Plain City. So it was a really big to-do. There are, I wrote it down and I forgot my notes, I believe 45 tree cities right now, and now Mount Sterling is the proud owner of that title as well. Our flag got back ordered, so we will have that soon. I don't know really what comes in the box, if we're going to have banners and flags or what it is, but we're pretty excited about that. And the tree committee, I can't thank all of them enough. We have great volunteers serving on that committee. I'm the only council member, and they just do everything. I've had them calling me. We were supposed to have a meeting today, but we've had like 3 events in the last month, so we did not have that meeting today. But I have committee members already calling me, asking me what our next project is. So it's very fulfilling. It was nice being surrounded by a whole room full of people that know and value the importance of green space in our communities. So it was an honor to achieve this for the community. So I will, our next meeting should be June the 10th
June 10th
at 1 o'clock. And if for some reason we need to bump that up because something needs done, I will let you know.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your reports. I appreciate that. It's now on to ordinances and resolutions. I'll get that out.
Right.
Ordinance 2024-03.
And we have quite a lot, so.
Yep,
please
we'll
bear
start,
with
we'll
us.
start with that one.
Yep. Okay, ordinance 2024-03 is an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to approve an organizational chart, an employee job description, and the abolishment of ORC 735.271 for the village of Mount Sterling, Ohio, and declaring this emergency.
All right, may I have a motion to suspend the rules, please?
Yeah, that motion.
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
David, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
Roll call is Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
May I have a motion to place it on the first, second, and third reading, please?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you, Craig.
Joyce, Craig? Roll call, Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
All right, may I have a motion for passage of the ordinance then?
Have that motion, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second, please?
Second?
Thank you.
David, Joyce? Roll call, David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-03 is passed. The next one is Resolution 2024-05, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to execute a renewal of the village's property and liability insurance. This is on the third reading.
All right, may I have a motion to place this on the third reading?
Have that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second, please?
I'll second.
Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross? Roll call, Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, now may I have a motion to approve that?
You have that motion?
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Joyce? David? Roll call is Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2024-05 is passed.
All right, Resolution 2024-06.
Is a resolution to adopting a credit card policy. This is on the third reading.
May I have a motion to place it on the third reading?
Have
please?
that motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
David, Joyce? Roll call, Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Okay, and now may I have a motion to approve that? That resolution.
Motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ross.
Okay, Ross, or, Craig, Ross?
Mm-hmm.
Roll call, Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2024-06 is passed.
Okay, Resolution 2024-07.
Is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to contract with the Madison County Sheriff's Department for the law enforcement services. This is on the third reading.
All right.
Have
may I
that motion, sir.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
David, Ross? Okay, roll call is David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
No.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
All right. And now may I have a motion to approve, please?
Motion.
Thank you.
Second?
Thank you.
Craig, Joyce? Roll call is Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
No.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2024-07 is passed.
Okay. Resolution 2024-08.
Is a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to appoint George Anderson as the village's service supervisor and approve a pay increase for the village of Mount Sterling, Ohio, and declaring this as an emergency.
May I have a motion to suspend the
Have that
rules?
motion.
please? Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross?
Mm-hmm.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
All right. Motion to place this on the first, second, and third readings, please.
You have that.
I
Thank you.
second.
Thank you.
Ross?
Both?
Craig? Roll call, Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
All right. Now may I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Have that motion, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second? Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross? Roll call, Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Okay, Resolution 2024-08 has passed.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that. Resolution, and I'll read this one, thank you. Resolution 2024-09, a resolution authorizing the mayor or his designee to approve a pay rate increase for Courtney Bricker for the village of Mount Sterling, Ohio. This is on the first reading. May I have a motion to place
Have
it
that
on the third?
motion.
Second.
Thank you.
David, Craig?
Mm-hmm.
Roll call, David?
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
and Joyce.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Resolution 2024-10, yes, I'm tired of talking about resolutions as well. I promise you, this is the last one.
And this is a resolution for an agreement between the Department of Army and the Village of Mount Sterling for the design and construction assistance for the Village of Mount Sterling of Ohio, and declaring this as an emergency.
This is be what we just spoke of, as it relates to the water tower. May I have a motion to suspend the rules,
You
please?
have that motion?
Thank you, David. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Joyce.
David, Joyce, roll call. Craig,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
All right, may I have a motion to place on the first, second, and third readings?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Craig. Is there a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. Ross?
Craig, Ross, roll call. Becky,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Craig.
Yes.
All right. And then finally, may I have a motion to approve this
Have that
resolution?
motion, sir.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Yes.
Thank you, Ross.
David, Ross, roll call. Ross,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Becky.
Yes.
Okay, resolution 2024-010 has passed.
Okay. By passage of these resolutions, we now have the opportunity to hire a village service worker one. May I have a motion from council to go ahead and advertise that?
You have that
Yeah.
motion?
Thank-
So can I add one more thing?
Yes,
to
I'm
that?
sorry, go
Okay,
ahead.
so-
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, positions would be accepted until June the 7th at the end of the business day, which is 5 PM.
And that's June the 7th, at the end of business day. Again, for the public's knowledge, if you would please, if you're interested in this position, obviously get a hold of me or send an email to me, contact me, call me, leave me a message,
Absolutely.
text me, if you're interested in that
Yeah,
position.
let me know or her know, please.
Okay, I'm sorry, who was the first motion?
We'll have to do that again, but did somebody make a motion to do that? Joyce, did you do that? Okay, is there a second on that, please?
I'll second.
Applications until when? June?
June the 7th
At the end of the day.
at the end of the day.
Did we, I know things got going really quick right there. Did we explain what the position is for?
So, so our utility department is hiring for a service worker, and this individual will be doing support and maintenance around the village.
Okay.
You've seen these guys working their tails off for a long time, and we need another part on the crew.
Okay, so Joyce has one motion.
Yep. And there's a second.
Joyce, Craig?
Yep.
Okay, roll call. Joyce?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
And then finally, a last piece of business, our May 27th, 2024 council meeting will actually fall on Memorial Day. I would highly advise that we not be here. Therefore, may I have a motion, please, to cancel the May 27th, 2024 council meeting due to national holiday?
Motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
Becky, David? Okay, David?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Okay, the council meeting on the May 27th, 2024 has been canceled.
All right, thank you. Now we are to roundtable.
Oh, on roundtable, I'd like to thank the people who came out for the National Day of Prayer. The mayor and Courtney came out. We had a good amount of people for 12 noon, and the power of prayer is always strong. The more we pray, the more it helps everyone. And also, May is National Bicycle Safety Month. And your child, make sure their brakes work, make sure they wear a helmet, because they're going to be out of school pretty soon wanting to ride their bikes. And
Very
it's
so.
the whole month, and it's never hurts to make sure that every bicycle's in working order. And then Post 417 will be honoring Memorial Day. We will be at the Pleasant Cemetery at 10:30, and then we also will be at the Veterans Square here for the second service. And come out, and the ones who gave it all for their country, for respect of the country and everything, and I hope we have a good turnout.
I think you will. I think you will. Always a great event every year. Other comments around table tonight?
Yeah, I just want to comment, I know Deanna was in here earlier talking about Summer Jam, and I just want to mention that since we don't have a end of May meeting, so Summer Jam will be just a couple of days after our first council meeting. But I want to remind everyone that Summer Jam is the 13th through the 15th. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right before Father's Day. And we will be sponsoring again a bike contest for kids, bike decorating, we'll have rock hiding, there'll be kids crafts, of course there'll be rides and games. We are going to add a new feature this year. We're going to have a Bigfoot hunt. So Bigfoot is really supposed to appear, and we're going to have all kind of camping gear and stuff to give away for the kids. So we're really excited about that. And as Deanna was alluding to also, we have a lot of musical groups, not only the ones she mentioned, but we have several performing at the gazebo as well, some harmony groups, some family-friendly things, and we have lots of fun food and entertainment. So there'll be a cornhole contest. I'm trying to think of contests so people come out and just come out, try to get involved. And if you want to volunteer for anything, to sponsor an event, or to help judge a contest, we'll have the beauty pageant. I believe it's called something different than beauty pageant.
Everything's posted out here. If any of the residents want to see what events and stuff. it's
Yeah.
posted out there.
So there's a lot of fun things to do for kids, but not only kids, for adults as well. So they had some mean cornhole games last year. We had like 12 teams that got involved in that, and I just encourage. Oh, yes. The Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring a beautiful yard contest, and right now you can nominate yourself or neighbors, anyone in the community. Those yards will be judged on June the 7th, I believe is the end, and we will announce on June the 13th, the first day of Summer Jam, who won. And we have really great prizes for that. $100 in chamber bucks and different things. So we encourage everyone to try to spruce up their yard and nominate themselves and their neighbors, and it just helps the community in every way. So that's all I had on that.
Wonderful.
I remember last year I was on the pickup trash detail.
There we go.
It's a job,
It
has
has
to be done.
Has to be done. That's right. Any other items for roundtable? If not, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.